saying that this is basically a budget that is aimed at Atmanirbhar Bharat. Let us go across to our panel now. We've got Ram Pratap Singh, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, A. Saravanan, spokesperson of the DMK, Mr. Chengal Reddy, president of the Federation of Farmers Association, continues with us. Also, we have with us our guests in the studio, Mr. R. Jagannathan and Ms. Monica Harlan. What do you make of this, Ram Pratap Singh? It's being said that in the face of resistance, the government has persisted with reforms. All right, we'll just try and fix the line with our guests over there. Mr. Reddy, you were making a point before we went to the Prime Minister's speech. Please complete that while we fix the line. With us, also we have with us our guests in this
issue today, challenge before India is we have huge production already. Whether cereals, you know, there is a double of buffer stocks. And horticulture, you have a 310 million tons, wastage of 30-40%, spices, everything is there. Now, we are wasting 30-40% and our processing is hardly 4-5%. Now, look at the opportunities for export. Our own rice, probably we can dump in China as much as they want. And the rest of the things I don't need to tell you. The other aspect is the these reforms which already has initiated. Firstly, very nicely Mr. Modi has done last year was allow FDI in agriculture. We are very, very happy because this is a matter pending for 25-30 years. Then of course the other reforms have come. There is some problem. I am sure Mr. Modi will be sorting out. And then the nice thing is this infrastructure fund, which will really boost up the sector. The other very good thing that Mrs. Sitharaman has done is milk and fish are the two fundamental things that will help the nutrition apart from employment and all that, because indirectly, you know, more milk production, consumption, so also fish is going to be helpful. What I am happy about this thing is, I know the politics I can't explain, I don't want to go. But the real tragedy in India is farm sector was behind by 30 years of reforms when 1992 to 20. Now the unfortunate thing, I don't want to comment on politicians being what they are, they go on making things. But one thing as a farmers activist today, the challenge before this country, especially the industrialist economists, is this. How do we take forward this implementation as fast as possible? Because please understand, farmers are small, illiterate and linguistically divided. I want all the industrial organizations to come forward. Let us join hands with farmers and start preparing schemes wherein we can develop partnership for infrastructure, marketing, processing, because there is an unlimited opportunity in this country. And lastly, I want to tell industry, technical people, administrators in this country, please understand today our productivity levels is just hardly 50% of the developed nations. In the next 3 to 5 years, if you people come forward with the technologies, investments, we can double our production. So my own, as Prime Minister rightly said, you see, this is going to be a holistic overall development. You see, look, except these problems and political people, I don't want to comment, but I have a feeling, I am confident that in next 3 years' time, Indian economy is going to really go up. But there are 3 things which I want the Prime Minister to kindly request. Sir, first of all, we want a National Farm Advisory Council. You have nobody to talk to. If you want doctor, no, 1 second, ma'am. Well, this is what I would request the Prime Minister to kindly consider. You have a National Farmers Advisory Council. Second thing is, please rationalize taxes on all agriculture inputs like pesticides, machinery, so that entire thing can become processing. Lastly, my humble submission to Prime Minister is, this food for work is created some unforeseen problems. If possible, link it to a greatest extent with the farming operations. You see, the cost will come down and it will achieve the so-called doubling the farmer income and also create employment and other things. That's all I could say.
Okay, I will. Very important points raised, especially about the Farmers Advisory Council. I'll take that to Nilesh Shah also, who joins us, MD of Kotak Asset Management and part-time member of the Economic Advisory Council. Sanju Verma of the BJP will join us in a bit. Sabina Devan, President and ED of Just Jobs Network and Senior Fellow at CPR. Abhishek Mishra of the Samajwadi Party. Raghu Ramakrishna Raju, of Member of Parliament. Suman Sinha, CMD of Renew Power. Rohinton Sidwar, partner at Deloitte India. And Devinder Sharma, Agri-Economist. But before that, let me quickly take our viewers through the reaction we've got from the Home Minister, who's spoken about how in the midst of the pandemic, Corona Mahamari के इस वर्ष का बजट बनाना निश्चित रूप से एक जटिल काम था, परंतु नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मार्गदर्शन में निर्मला सीतारमण जी ने एक सर्वस्पर्शी budget. It's a budget that touches everyone and it works towards an Atmanirbhar Bharat and a 5 trillion economy target. किसानों की आय को दुगना करने के संकल्प का मार्ग प्रशस्त करेगा. So the three main pillars of this budget: an Atmanirbhar economy, a $5 trillion economy, and the benefit which goes to farmers. But Nilesha, would you like to address what we had Mr. Chengal Reddy just say?
Or let me put it this way, if I have to define India's problem in one single word, we have 10 to 15 crore people deployed in agriculture, which actually should be working in manufacturing or services. How do we remove this undisguised unemployment from agriculture to other sector? One way will to deepen manufacturing and services sector, and other way will be to improve productivity in agriculture sector, as previous speaker was saying. And our model should be Amul, which has converted India from a milk deficient country to milk surplus country. Our model should be Netherlands, which even though almost 1/3 of their land is below sea level and it's a small country compared to India, exports about $80 billion in food and food products. So there are different models which are available, and we should put all our resources to ensure that agriculture benefits through reforms, just like industry has benefited in the early 90s.
All right, Sabina Devan, your thoughts?
Yes, so I think this budget is a very good budget when it comes to reviving growth in the medium term. But there are two things that I was looking for in the budget which I did not see. The first is a focus on jobs and a focus on immediate job creation. And the second is improving implementation. That is really the proof of the pudding, right? So we can have all of these, these increases in investment in infrastructure, and it's much needed. But rather than focusing on new infrastructure, why aren't we renovating old infrastructure and putting people to work right away in terms of maintenance and so on? So, we need to first revive the economy and then rebuild it. I feel like if this was the budget presented 3 years from now, I would be much happier. But right now, what we need is an injection in the arm of the economy, and especially in terms of jobs. And this is not a demand side budget. We needed more on the demand side to put money in the pockets of people so that we could really revive demand and get the economy going again. This is an excellent budget for reviving GDP, but not for jobs.
Jagannathan, would you like to take up the issue of no immediate plans for job creation which have been put in the budget?
No, actually there are some of them, some related to skilling. For example, you have the Apprentices Act that's being changed so that more people. Our problem is that we are doing barely 3 or 4 lakhs of apprentices a year when Germany does some 3 million and odd. Small country. So apprentices should be the logical way to skill people into this thing. So there are a lot more money should have been put there. They've got the scheme going, but it is not directly incentivizing companies to take on apprentices. So the old skilling program appears to have failed because we addressed it like a demand side problem, a supply side problem, whereas skill is a demand side problem. That is, unless there is demand for skilled people, will not skill. So that fundamental dichotomy has not been solved. But there is some incentive. I mean, you have things like real estate, housing, affordable housing, all being strengthened. So these are all indirect job creation things. But there should have been a direct attack on jobs. But some of this has happened earlier in part of the earlier packages, which the PM said there are 5-6 mini budgets.
And in fact, we'll get more details of that in just a bit. I have to take a very quick break because on the other side, we have to talk about the political angle as well, because at the end of the day, the small print is going to be left to the economists to sort out. The real headlines will be about what the political parties and what the opposition sees in this budget. The reactions have already started coming. The Congress has called it a complete sellout by the government to private industry. Taking a quick break, back in a minute.